And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one.
Donald Trump flat out told the country, if he wins, V8s, V10s, V12s, V6s, they here to stay for at least 4 more years. Let's have a conversation. As you know, recently at a rally, Donald Trump spoke about getting rid of the EV mandate. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one. Thereby saving the U.S. auto industry from complete obliteration, which is happening right now, and saving U.S. customers thousands and thousands of dollars per car. And right now, as we speak, large factories just started, are being built across the border in Mexico. So with all the other things happening on our border, and they're being built by China to make cars and to sell them into our country. No tax, no anything. The United Auto Workers ought to be ashamed for allowing this to happen. And the leader of the United Auto Workers should be fired immediately. And every single auto worker, union and non-union, should be voting for Donald Trump, because we're going to bring back car manufacturing, and we're going to bring it back fast. They're building some of the largest auto plants anywhere in the world. Think of it, in the world. We're going to bring it back. We're going to make them. We don't mind that happening, but those plants are going to be built in the United States, and our people are going to man those plants. And if they don't agree with us, we'll put a tariff of approximately 100 to 200% on each car, and they will be unsellable in the United States. We have long been taken advantage of by other countries. And think of it, oftentimes these other countries are considered so-called allies. They've taken advantage of us for years. We lose jobs, we lose revenue, and they gain everything and wipe out our businesses, wipe out our people. I stopped it for 4 years. I stopped it, and we're...
Well, if Donald does get in, I got to say the Hemi's probably going to come back. I'm pretty sure if Donald Trump gets in, Stellantis will bring the Hemi back. I think they're going to bring the 5.7 back, the 6.4, and that supercharged 6.2. I think they will bring that back for at least 4 more years. I think they will put that in a new Charger, because I don't think anybody wants that Hurricane motor. Ain't nobody beating down the doors for that Hurricane motor. Let's think about one thing. Let's think about this. The Dodge Ram 1500 was made famous with the Hemi. That 1500 Hemi. Everybody wanted the Ram for the Hemi. Now they're going to get an inline 6. Not battle tested. Not proven. We know what it is proven to do. It's proven to grenade. It's proven to blow up. It's proven to be very, very unreliable. They got that Hurricane motor in those Grand Wagoneers, Cherokee. They got them in they put them in all their vehicles, and these motors are not even proven. So the inline 6 does not look like a good thing. It does not look like a good thing. On top of that, Stellantis is about to drop that electric vehicle. I mean, it's like they putting everything in on that electric vehicle, and they trying to act like they're going to be first to the party. But you and I both know they not the first. Tesla was the first. Ford beat you. Chevy beat you with a vote. You're not the first to the electric game. And then you're trying to make it seem like, oh, we're going to drop that electric muscle car, and we're going to be the first performance car in the game. How you going to be the first when Tesla already dropped the Plaid? They got so many other electric cars they not super fast, but they fast. They faster than this Dodge. Scat Pack, I seen the numbers. Horrid. Slower than pretty much everything. You can't even beat a Tesla Model 3. You can't beat no Teslas. No Teslas. If you talking about coming into the game, the electric car game, and you not even faster than a Tesla, then you pretty much wasting everybody's time. The only way everybody would have went for that was going to go for that EV is if it was faster than a Tesla Model Plaid. And it's not. And nobody's going to be able to afford these. As you can see, nobody can even afford these electric cars. As you can see, most of these electric cars is priced well above the average working American's price tag. Now Tesla is priced quite well. They keep dropping their prices because they play by a different set of rules. The CEO and owner of Tesla, he don't play by the same rules as all the other car companies. He can make his own prices because he's already filthy rich, and he makes money in other avenues of money. He got other avenues and ways to make money because Tesla is really a technology company that just so happened to make cars as well. So he plays by different rules. So his prices is always going to be pretty respectful, pretty manageable. You know, everybody going to mark up something new like the Tesla, that Cybertruck. Of course, they're going to mark them up because it's new, but give it 2 years. Those Cybertrucks are going to cost like a regular truck, 60, 70,000, maybe 50,000. They're going to drop down. They're going to be fairly affordable. But the rest of the car companies like Ford, they ain't really selling those Mach-E's. They not. The Chevy Volt ain't really selling. The Trailblazer Chevy not really selling. That Cadillac not really selling. So the EV thing was like one of those big, we all hyped up. Everybody was hyped up because Tesla was doing so good. So they wanted to jump on the bandwagon and get some of that money. But it don't work that way when you don't have the network to even drop a whole bunch of electric cars. You don't have enough chargers. And the cars right now, they don't charge fast enough for you to have long lines of people waiting to get their car charged. On top of that, if you're charging at home, you got to pay for the charger to be installed. Who knows how many thousands and thousands of dollars that's going to cost, and who can afford that? And let's talk about one more thing. The battery technology is going to keep getting better and better and better. So that means what? You buy a 2024 Dodge Charger EV, by 2026, it's going to be obsolete because the batteries are going to be so much more advanced that the battery in that car is pretty much obsolete. It's not going to be getting the same kind of fuel range. I don't know what it's going to call it, fuel range or electric range. It's not going to be getting that same amount of range. So the technology is going to be outdated because it's going to keep getting better and better and better and better. Whereas a gas car, even though the technology keeps getting better and better, it's still a gas car. You still got to put gas in it. You know what I'm saying? With these electric cars, it's not going to be like that, man. It's just not going to be like that. And on top of that, if you just barely crash, let's say you get a fender bender in an electric car, they probably going to total that out. Insurance companies do not like these EVs because they costing them so much money. Because every time one of these things get in a little bitty fender bender or anything, they got to total it out, or it costs so much money on the claim that the insurance company like, man, it ain't even worth even insuring these things, because most times they're getting totaled out, and if they're not getting totaled out, we can't afford to replace the battery. If the battery get messed up, and we can't afford to replace the paneling because it's so expensive. The technology is so crazy, so it's so expensive to fit. They don't want to deal with it. So guess what? Insurance prices is through the roof. So you got to pay for your car to get charged up, crazy insurance. You can't even afford the car, and the technology is going to be obsolete to the point where it's not even worth owning the car in a couple of years, because you ain't gonna be able to trade it in, because nobody wants a car that can only travel 200 miles when they can go buy the new version that can travel and hold a charge for 400 miles and not really lose any type of power in hot weather or cold weather. Whereas these cars, they lose power when it's super hot and when it's super cold. So the technology is going to eventually surpass these current gen cars, where you can't even resell the car. You can't even, and after so many miles, even Tesla only warranting the car for so many miles. It's for like 8 years, and they won't even warranty the car no more. They won't even warranty the car. So Donald Trump, if he get in, it's going to be a lot of changes. I think it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be an influx of jobs, because they're going to start making more of these gas combustion motors and more affordable cars for people. And then it will make sense for these companies to start making cars to get good gas mileage. Like now, it doesn't really make any sense for them to make a smaller car that gets great gas mileage, because now they, it's pretty much going to be obsolete. They're giving these electric cars, it's just not profitable for them to make those cars. But then it's going to be profitable again for them to make the small trucks like the Dodge Dakota. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll bring back the Ford. I ain't seen do they still make Ford Rangers? Maybe they'll bring those back, but you might as well call a Maverick a Ford Ranger. But maybe they'll bring back some of it, like maybe Dodge will bring back that affordable mid-sized truck. If Donald gets in, it seems like it's just going to be better for the car community. Now, I'm not saying who I'm going to vote for. I'm just saying what I see. He says he's going to end that mandate. And we know what the other side is pushing. They want it. They're not trying to end that mandate. And I don't even really think the Democratic side has even really thought everything through. It just sound good when they were saying everything gonna be electric. We're gonna save the planet and all that. That's all fine and dandy if you have a plan. How you gonna say you need everything to be fully electric by 2030 when you're not even doing anything to make it feasible? You're not putting enough charger stations around the country. The power grid cannot handle that type of influx of people using all that electricity at one time to keep charging their cars. That's a lot of fossil fuel being burnt. Yeah, that's a lot of coal being burnt, because that's how you get the electricity. And then you can got the renewable energy, but that's only like 20%. And on top of that, you go with the nuclear energy, and we don't really want to go back to it. We don't really want to do that. So electric cars, at the end of the day, they're not really cracked out to all cracked out to be what they say they're gonna be. So I like what Donald said. And if Donald get in, we might get another Hellcat Charger. We might get one with that big supercharger. We might get another demon, one more Hellcat, one more real Scat Pack, one more real RT. Who knows? But I just wanted to touch bases on y'all and give my opinion on what Donald said. I believe Donald was talking some good stuff. Now, I don't think he can make this happen the day one. As soon as he get in, it may take a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe a year, but he can get the law changed. And hopefully he can make that happen. If not, it is what it is. We're just going to be stuck with those inline sixes and those Dodge Hornets. And we shall see. But with that being said, man, I'm going to slide on up out of here. If you enjoyed the comment, like the comment. My bad. I can't even talk. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like button. Maybe you subscribe. If you did not like the content, go ahead and thumbs down that content. Go ahead and put a thumbs down. It is what it is. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. But with that being said, it's your boy Tlites, the big werewolf. And I'm a slide on up out of here. Bring back the Hemi. Peace.
Be the fam, that's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely. Be the fam.